So prior to transitioning, as I sort of struggled with my identity and really was trying to figure out who I am and what this is, and then ultimately made the decision to come out. That was a very, very dark period of my life, and I was literally almost wavering. I was wavering between suicide, right? I was like, what do I do here? Now that I figured this out, is this something I want to burden my family with, right? My kids, right? I'm never going to be accepted ever again for my identity. So I really went through a cycle, and I think most trans people do, where they say, there's like a checklist, and you're like, I'm willing to give this up, right? I'm willing to give up my family, I'm willing to give up my kids, I'm willing to give up my friendships, my job, just to be myself. And so eventually you do that. And I remember I was talking to my brother before I came out. My brother's he's 10 years older than me, he's very, very successful, also the CEO of a couple of big software companies. And I told him, about my plan to come out. And he's like, no, you can't do that. It'll ruin your career. And I was like, and this is like right in the beginning. And I knew he was trying to protect me, right? But he's like, you can just, I'll help get you a job. I've been fired from my previous company. He's like, I'll help you get a job, and you can just go to work and during the day be Nathan, and then go home at night and just do whatever you want. And I was like, Stouffer, I love you. You're amazing, and I totally get what you're trying to do, but I can't do that. And he's like, you have to. It's career suicide. Anything else, all the assets you build up is going to get vaporized. And I was like, I can't do it, and I won't do it. And he's like, why? And I was like, because that's what I've been doing my whole life, right? Like, it's that moment where he was like, oh God, you're right. That's not sustainable to keep doing this. So, ironically, I came out and it became the biggest asset ever. Right? It's literally, I never thought I could ever eclipse where I was in my previous life, and it's like, I look back and it's, light years, behind me, and there's a flow and there's an authenticity, and, not all people like it, for sure, but I spent, my previous life trying to satisfy everyone, right? And it wasn't sustainable. And now I'm just kind of putting a stake in the ground, like, this is who I am, and let me tell you, the pull through on it and the support and the community that I built as a result of me being myself is a competitive advantage like nothing else. It's also very hard. Like, it doesn't mean that it's easy, but it's certainly for me been a competitive advantage. It's been a huge competitive advantage for my business. We're also NGLCC certified, so we get access to vendor bids. We literally say, we want to do business with you because you're trans. And so, that's amazing. We'll take that all day long. So it is a competitive advantage, and it also helps me sort of cross the gap or, help. I'm sort of known to a lot of our clients as like the gender whisperer, because I have the ability to kind of tell like the men what the women really mean, and I can tell the women what the men really mean. And they're like, you've been saying that for 20 years, and I'm like, I don't know. For some reason, I don't want to translate that. No pun intended. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a huge advantage for me, but at the same time, it's made my life very, very hard. So it's kind of pros and cons.